Welcome to Horizontal Wet Venting Explained. Now, before we get into horizontal wet venting, I'd like to just share with you for a second what this is for. So, this is for the Plummet Right Academy, which is my business, is what I started. And this business is designed to assist any plumber, plumbing apprentice, or anybody in the plumbing industry who wants to better themselves through the knowledge of understanding the codes, system design, and blueprint reading. I don't want to teach anything else. I've been teaching for 26 years, and these are the three items that just about everybody needs the most. Everybody's always asking about code, understanding blueprints, and definitely how to design and size out systems appropriately. So I decided I'm going to dedicate the rest of my career in not just teaching at the apprenticeship levels, which I still do, but I also want to reach out and help anybody understand the plumbing code and not just understand what the code is, but what it means and interpreting it entirely in its entirety. So, Plummet Right Academy. Every class, each instruction is $350. I give you an entire Canvas course. We have Zoom meetings every week. We discuss everything. You go at your own pace, and you not only get the class, you also get my instruction. You also get my information. So 6 months down the line, you have a question, feel free, reach out, and I'll help you out. Once again, Plum Red Academy, contact me. Just hit this little button right here, and we can get going with your success. Now, let's talk about horizontal wet venting. This is the 24 Uniform Plumbing Code. I also have at my fingertips here the 24 International Plumbing Code. Both of them are very similar, yet very different. So we're going to go ahead and discuss what it is, the layout of, and move towards giving a couple of examples. So, Uniform Plumbing Code, section 908.2, that's where horizontal wet venting starts. And it says, a bathroom group located on the same floor level shall be permitted to be vented by a horizontal wet vent where all the conditions of sections 908.21 through 908.25 are met. So this is for one bathroom group. Remember that, okay? Because that's going to come up again. And then it continues on. It says the dry vent connection to the wet vent shall be an individual vent for the bidet, shower, or bathtub. One or two vented lavs shall be permitted to serve as a wet vent for a bathroom group. So the dry vent connection can be that of the bidet, a shower, bathtub, or the lav. All right. That's what you can use. Let's see. Only one wet vented fixture drain or trap arm shall discharge upstream of the dry vented fixture drain connection. So let's say we have the lav and it comes down and goes and drains out. You can run one line upstream of that. All right, and we'll talk about that too. I'll give a couple of examples on that. Dry vent connections to the horizontal wet vent shall be in accordance with the following sections, 9052 and 9053. 9052 and 9053, if we go back here for a second, just so you're aware what it is. Where vents connect to a horizontal drain pipe, each vent shall have its invert taken off the above center line of such pipe downstream of the trap being served. And then the vent pipe rise, you can't really go horizontal unless you're 6 inches above the flood level rim. If you are, everything has to be a fixture drain and it has to be sloped at a 1/4 inch. So that's what those two mean. Now, back to 908.2.1, which is the one we just talked about. Now you got 908.22. The wet vent shall be sized based on the fixture unit discharge into the wet vent. Okay, so we're doing everything off of fixture unit discharge into the wet vent. Okay, so everything that's going in it. So it's just a drainage. Okay, we're only dealing with the drains on this point. Okay, only the drainage fixture units. Okay. The wet vent shall be not less than 2 inches in diameter for four drainage fixture units or less. If you go up above four fixture units, right, it's 3 inches. Okay. Not less than 3 inches for five fixture units or more. And then the dry vent shall be in accordance with table 702.1 and 703.2. So we size it out, the dry vent being the one that goes up above, and you size that out. You size that out according to regular code standards. Okay. Now, trap arms. Length of the trap arm shall not exceed the limits in table 1002.2, and the trap size shall be in accordance with section 1003.3. So that's nothing changes. So a 1.5 inch trap for, say, a bathtub, you're going 42 inches tops, right? That is it for wet bedding. Oh, sorry, one more sec. Water closet fixture drains or trap arm connections to the wet vent shall be downstream of the fixture drain or trap arm connections to the horizontal wet vent. I'm going to go ahead and square that one out. It's got to be downstream. So the water closet in the Uniform Plumbing Code has to be the last fixture that ties into your horizontal wet vented section. Any additional fixtures, they have to discharge downstream of the wet vent system and be conventionally vented. Only the fixtures within the bathroom group shall connect to the wet vented horizontal branch. So the only thing that ties in is that, just that bathroom group. And what's in the bathroom group? Let's see, do we have any room here? Let's see where we got some room. Got some room up here. Bathroom group gets a water closet, a lav, a bidet can go into a bathroom group, a tub or shower or tub shower combination. Not a tub and shower, right? Or not a tub and a tub shower combo or a shower and a tub shower combo. No, it's either a tub or a shower or a tub shower combination. Okay, you can't have any combination other than that. That is all you're allowed to have in your bathroom group. Okay. Some would argue you could put a floor drain in there, emergency floor drain system, but that's pretty much it, right? So before we get into all this stuff and actually drawing it out and explaining it, let's go to chapter three. I'm sorry, not chapter three, but chapter nine of the International Plumbing Code 912.1. This is the difference here. Any combination of fixtures within two bathroom groups located on the same floor is permitted to be vented by a horizontal wet vent. That wet vent shall be considered to be the vent for the fixtures and shall extend from the connection of the dry vent along the direction of the flow in the drain pipe to the most downstream fixture drain connection to the horizontal branch drain. Each wet vented fixture drain shall connect independently to the horizontal wet vent. So everything has to tie in independently. Okay. Only the fixtures within the bathroom group shall connect to the wet vented horizontal branch drain. Any additional fixtures shall discharge downstream of the horizontal wet vent. So at least these two are very similar in the fact that only bathroom groups can tie and can be horizontally wet vented. Big difference here, two bathroom groups for the International Plumbing Code. So this is the interesting part also for the International Plumbing Code. You kind of have to follow along in the International Plumbing Code, and it's not written the same way. You see how it says horizontal wet venting is permitted, then it goes into vertical wet venting permitted, and then you have your dry vent connection. So the required dry vent connection for a wet vented system complies with 912.2.1 and 912.2.2, which is these two right here. So we just went from horizontal wet venting to vertical wet venting to a dry vent connection back to horizontal wet venting again. Instead of keeping horizontal wet venting all in one section like they do in the Uniform Plumbing Code, It's it's split up and worded differently in the International Plumbing Code. So the dry vent connection for a horizontal wet vent shall be an individual vent or a common vent for any bathroom group fixture except an emergency floor drain. So you can actually utilize any fixture as your dry vent connection. Where the dry vent connects to a water closet fixture drain, the drain shall connect horizontally to the horizontal wet vented system. Not more than one wet vented fixture drain shall discharge upstream of the dry vented fixture drain connection. So they're both the same on that one. Only one fixture can go upstream of whatever you're using for that main vent to go up in through the wall and through the roof, or up into the wall, into a vent stack, or wherever you end up taking the vent. And therefore, and it says right here, let's see. Oh, I can't draw on this. Can I draw on this? Nope, can't draw on this one. It says where the dry vent connects to a water closet fixture drain, the drain shall connect horizontally. So every water closet that goes into your wet vented section has to be horizontal. Okay. And size. The dry vent serving the wet vent shall be sized based on the largest, one second, shall be sized based on the largest required diameter of pipe within the wet vent system served by the dry vent. The wet vent shall be of a size not less than that specified in table 912.3. So here's the table for any wet vented section, right? And again, it's based on your drainage fixture unit loads. However, you have a different size parameter based on a different fixture unit load. The Uniform Plumbing Code has the 3-inch wet vented section going, what, 5 drainage fixture units or larger, and 4 and below is 2-inch, and that's it. 2 inches is it. This allows you to have a wet vented pipe of 1.5 inches, 2 inch up to 4, 2.5 up to 6, and 3-inch all the way up to 12. So now let's go ahead and draw up just a couple of scenarios here. Okay. Let's say for a second that we have a toilet, a lav, and a shower. Okay. Now we could run it like this, and let's go this way with it. So here you have your water closet, your lav, and your shower. This is a horizontal wet vent. The wet vented section is right there. This is good for all codes, International Plumbing Code, Uniform Plumbing Code. Okay. The water closet is the last one tying in right here, right? Right there. That's better. The water closet is the last one tying in. And the shower ties in right here, right? Quick question. I'll give you guys a second to figure this one out. First off, what size is that shower? Should be 2 inch, right? Now, if it's 2 inch shower, what is the maximum distance from the trap to the vent? That part right there. What is that maximum distance? Anybody? It's rhetorical. There's nobody but me on the thing. Sorry. So, 2 inch maximum in the Uniform Plumbing Code, 60 inches or 5 feet. Okay. That's the maximum distance there to where it can tie in. The International Plumbing Code, the maximum for a 2 inch drain is, what is that in feet? 96 inches or 8 feet. So as long as this trap arm is within 5 feet, no matter where you're at, you're golden. If you're in somewhere where the International Plumbing Code is in play, you can go further than 5 feet. You can go up to 8 feet. And then once it ties in, it's all wet vent, right? Here, let's erase this. Ah, there goes my line. There. Now, that's one example. Okay. How else can we run this? What's another way to do this? We could, let's see, we could run it. Mhm. We could run this straight across. Okay. Now, this is where we change things up a bit. By all accounts, my shower has to go there with the Uniform Plumbing Code. I could put it here because the International Plumbing Code doesn't tell me I can't. Okay? So my wet vented section is there. Now here's the only issue with putting a shower drain downstream of a water closet. When you have a water closet, you're dumping a large volume of water and waste all at one time. And if this distance here is minimal, we'll say it's 4 inches, which is the minimum distance it can be before it manages to hit its trap. If it's 4 inches, you run the risk of having that volume come through, especially if this water closet is tied directly to it, like you have a Y, and your water closet's right here. And then right below the Y, and then right below the Y, you have your combi that ties in to your trap. Man, this is a horrible drawing. This is terrible. And there's your trap. The volume of water that rushes through in a flush, and we'll throw in some solids in there with it, you run the risk, you run the risk of creating negative draw to where the trap could potentially lose its seal because of the amount of volume rushing through. So that's one of the main reasons why it's ill-advised to to do that, to run your shower or anything downstream of a water closet. And that is actually the main reason why the Uniform Plumbing Code prohibits prohibits you from doing that because they don't want that potential to happen. And that's why I said, if anything, to err on the side of precaution, anytime you do anything, make sure that that water closet is last right there. That water closet must be downstream of all other fixtures. It's just better plumbing. Again, if you're in the International Plumbing Code, it's not in the code book. It doesn't tell you that that has to be the case. It doesn't say it. But you talk to any good plumber and they will definitely tell you 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 better you better put everything upstream of the water closet. Okay, in short, International Plumbing Code for horizontal wet venting allows two bathroom groups. The water closet doesn't have to be downstream of all fixtures, and size of the wet vented section is based on table 912.3. Horizontal wet venting allows for one bathroom group. Water closet must be downstream of all fixtures, and the size of the wet vent is based on 908.2.2. And the biggest thing is, at minimum, your vent is 2 inches. So, at minimum, this here is 2 inches for Uniform Plumbing Code. And for International Plumbing Code, you can have it as inch and a half. Shower is a 2 inch drain. Water closets are 3 inch. This is going to be 3 inches right here, right? Fixture unit count here is 3 fixture units. And they both will let you run that at 2 inch. So that's it. That's horizontal wet venting. Basic overview of horizontal wet venting. If oh, you know what? Let's do this. Let's say we want to throw in a let's erase all this real quick. Like I said, we'll just do a quick little change here. So on the back of this wall, we'll say we have a kitchen sink, dual basin. How am I going to plumb this? Can I do it? Do the water closet first. Man, I love that it just straightens it right up. Okay, there's my water closet. Here's my lav. We'll put the lav over here and run this bad boy over. And we'll run the shower over here. Right? Take this up a little bit. Okay. Um, just so you know, it's not perfect for isometrics, but it's close. It's close. Now, what about my kitchen sink? Where can I run my kitchen sink? Can I do this and tie it in right here? The answer to that is no. Kitchen sink is unfortunately not part of the bathroom group, so we can't put it there. Can I run it with its own vent? We'll take it there. And well, actually, it doesn't go really that way. We'll go this way with it, over and up and out, and then come across, tie it in like so. Can I do that? It's got its own vent, right? It needs to be vented on its own. And the answer to that one is no, I can't do that because where's my vent? for the water closet. This is wet vent right here. So tying in something that's not in the bathroom group, this guy, that's illegal. I can't do that. Can't tie that in. So that's out. Where can I tie it? Where can I take it? As long as it ties in, this is going to look a little weird. Downstream of the, so we'll change this. Change this up a little bit. Okay, so I can do this as long as I run my kitchen sink downstream of my horizontal wet vent. I guess that should do it. Um, do me a favor. Let's go back to this. Please hit like and subscribe. Hope you did like this video. There will be more coming. Now that this is what I'm doing and this is all I'm doing, I'm hitting it hard and I'm here for everybody. I'm here to teach plumbing. So feel free, comment. And if you've seen my YouTube channel, you know I will answer every comment. Always have, always will. So thanks for watching. I hope you got a little bit out of the horizontal wet venting. If you'd like more, just let me know. Get on my website, contact me here, hit that contact us button, and it'll take you straight to email, and then you can go ahead and get with me. Thank you again. Oh, the subscribe button should be down on the bottom right corner of this video. So I hope to see you, and I hope to help you further your career in plumbing. Take care, everybody.